you good girl. Yeah, you are. But you didn't sit long.
These are some pretty cool dogs. For sure.
Yeah, they're little sweethearts. I got pretty lucky with them.
I must say, yeah.
Yes, yes. No, you
I'm
know
like
better.
whiny over there.
Whiny? What's
you
that?
Hear his ass?
Right here?
Yeah. Crying for no fucking reason.
I'll sit
I
out
like
there.
trees.
I'll hide in my.
I only have one set of
Oh, I see you got the treats over there. Nice.
Oh yeah, those are for dogs to kind of keep them.
Keep them at bay, yeah.
Keep
And
'em
every
at bay.
couple, yeah, that's right. Good little treat here in a sec.
Oh wow, that's a view.
What's that?
At point.
What is an eyes?
Should I move?
No, you're good. I put it at 0.5 because it has 3 different it has 2 cameras and one of them has a wider view.
Yeah, okay.
And
The zoom out, you like zoom out to
Yeah.
like half has
so
like
it
0.5,
catches
right?
everything from her
Oh,
all,
cool.
all the way over to here.
That's cool.
It's like, holy cow, that's a lot. I just want this.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
know, right? That's awesome.
Alright. So yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna show you some of these nuns actually.
Yeah, let's see what you
So what do you got?
got. Here, this is the stuff you took home with you. What'd you think of it?
I only had one last night. It was okay. It was didn't get in my head like some deadhead really does, you know. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, it wasn't too heavy.
No.
Yeah, that's what you wanted.
Oh, you bought some nuts, you said? Just a
Well,
couple, just a
these-
couple of them.
These are all S1s of the same strain.
Oh.
So like I was saying, remember how I crossed the same one with itself? But so here's the original one. This is the Cali Cantaloupe. I've had it since 2010 actually. It was like January 2010.
Ooh.
So over 10
Wow.
years I've had that strain.
Get out of here.
Nah, dude, that's
We've smoked that
became
strain
like
on
the
the show.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, it's
That's just
nice.
as an example of like that's
Nice.
what the parent strain.
Nice.
And
Bone structure.
yeah, it's really nice and dense, but it's got like a different kind of smell, almost like skunky and like fruity a little bit.
Pretty. I don't smell something.
Oh yeah, like there's no gas, like pretty much no gas though. So I know it's feet don't like it very much.
So all of these are related?
Yeah, so this is all right. So this is the strain that I crossed with itself
Gotcha.
with the silver reversal thing, right? All right, so
No.
here's the one that I think ended up turning out the best.
Sit.
Not necessarily the
Sit.
closest,
There you go.
but it actually like
Hey,
little more like a bigger growth.
Ooh.
oh wow.
But it
that's-
smells a little
Look
like
at this
yeah,
sucker,
that's
man.
what I'm
That's the
saying.
finger
Like
you
Look
put
at
right
that
finger.
sucker.
that's
Yeah.
that's not even the top.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the original.
Comparison.
Yeah,
You can see the
Oh,
right.
nice.
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah,
Nice
It
fragrance
looks
too.
Lot
totally
less
looks
hair.
totally different, but it's still pretty dense, right? I mean, not as dense, but still like
Oh, yes,
pretty
yeah,
dense.
yes,
So-
yes.
taste wise.
I think they taste very similar.
Okay.
They don't. So this is like relatively fresh, right? Like I mean, this is like borderline. Not. I wouldn't sell this yet. You know, like.
Right.
I see what you're saying,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But like that one, I think what ended up being one of the better ones. But like this one, look at this. Look how
Wow.
different that looks.
Yeah,
Way
it's
more
totally different.
Completely different. Still like super crystally, but like, and again, I think that
It almost looks like outdoor.
right, yeah, a little bit, right, different. Like look how dark it is.
Yeah, I know,
It's got
compared
that-
to the other
crazy.
one.
It's got that sativa structure in there.
Right.
The stem
But a
in
lot
the
of less,
bud.
less red than the other.
This the bud structure.
What are you smoking here, young lady?
I don't know. He handed it to me and I just.
Oh, it's hash, okay.
But yeah, I'm not a huge. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of this bud structure.
I don't like that bud structure.
Yeah, this is
The last
too,
one?
too much on this.
Yeah, I've had
Like,
my
this
Ghost
one's
Train
alright.
Haze.
Yeah.
I had a Ghost Train Haze that had that bud structure.
It
You
Yeah,
could make some
looks
great
similar.
buds, but they were like,
looks like it's got a little snow on it.
if you let it get a little too dry, they shatter
Yeah,
and
yeah,
become nothing.
right. Yeah.
This one actually, I think, looks wise, this most like the original.
Yes.
Right. Looks
I
wise.
see that.
Yeah.
It looks. It's
Yeah.
got the
Little
red
bit bigger.
hairs.
Yeah.
But it's not quite as dense. You can
Not
tell
quite
it's
as
like
dense.
a little bit like
But they have the
squishy,
same characteristics.
Right.
Do you know which ones are which now?
I do. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
for
he
sure.
knows.
I watched them grow up from the time they were as wee little.
They his babies.
Exactly
Yeah.
right.
I
Yes.
get ya.
Unfortunately,
Little baby girls.
not all of them were probably going to make
It's
the
like
cut.
in
You know.
between that one and that one.
I know exactly. Right.
It's in between
It's in
them.
between.
Yeah,
those.
the dark and
Looks
green
like-
one.
Well,
And
and the bud structure, like this one's almost to that, but it's not. 'Cause
But
this
this-
one's got a little more air in
Look
there.
I
It's
feel like
something
this is the most crystally like.
Yes, that
definitely
would be a
the most
good
like
hash
a washing.
strain.
Yeah, right.
Like that would be a better hash strain.
But then is the fucking mutant. This
the mutant.
Yeah. This one was weird. I couldn't believe this.
What the?
Yeah, look at that, dude. Definitely not the keeper. It was the like you were
It
saying.
has got a spider web on
It
it.
looks that could
It's
have
the
gone.
exact opposite of all the other ones.
I know,
That's
right?
crazy.
It's all hair.
That is crazy.
All of
That
these
was like
grew
a
in the
cocoon.
exact
You call
same
that thing-
conditions and
Yeah,
a
like
controlled
something-
Like a
environment.
spider.
No, not necessarily. I'm thinking caterpillar.
Oh yeah,
But the
okay.
thing is, I probably could have let that go another 2 weeks.
that is wild.
But
Wow.
obviously, I knew this one ain't the keeper. You know, like that one is.
What's going on
grew
there?
Super wispy.
He's right. It's not really finished yet.
This could have gone another 2 weeks. But I like any strip because
Still.
I picked it at 63 days. Dude, once you hit that time, it's like
Yeah.
anything that takes longer than that probably ain't gonna make it cut. You know.
Yeah,
It's insane.
it is, isn't it?
You got all like spectrums from all four sides.
I know, and that's the craziest thing. These all
Wow.
came from the same seed
Yeah,
stock.
yeah.
The amount
I
of
bet you-
variance
I bet
is
you if you-
unbelievable.
Pop 10 of them. I bet you you'd get at least these three,
Isn't that crazy?
real close to
Yeah,
these
it
three, multiple times. and
Right.
That one less.
You would think that'd be like, well, but then again, what make you say that? You
I
know?
just assume that's the, like you said, the one that. Because again, if you got
It's
top,
hair.
top,
Okay, so
bottom,
what's the
bottom,
quality difference?
who knows? Oh, I mean,
to tell you the
that,
truth,
that one
I
doesn't
haven't
even-
smoked
I
that
don't
one
think
or
that
this
one's
one yet.
smokable.
I've only.
You don't
like,
think they're
these are-
smokable? Why wouldn't it
It's
be
all
smokable?
hair.
It is. There's nothing there.
It's like not. It's definitely not ripe. You know, like this is premature by a lot.
Yeah.
But again,
yeah.
like I said, I flowered them all the same amount period of time. So
Wow,
You're- it is
that's
some
way
way
out there, man.
I know,
That's
isn't
like
that- isn't
some
that a trip?
Martian shit.
Yeah.
Some alien
Does not
blood.
look
That
like
looks like
that.
alien
I wouldn't
blood.
consider this a bud.
I
You
know.
would?
right?
It looks
No,
That-
it's
that-
not.
like there's a cocoon in there, like there's a caterpillar in there.
It's super. I know. It's
'Cause
weird.
that's.
But what is
not
that white stuff? What
everything.
is that?
That's the white hair.
That's the hairs.
That's
You
the
see
hairs.
these hairs
Yeah.
on
It's
here?
the hairs, but it does not ripen. Like when they ripen, they turn like that.
Oh,
They
so that's
turn orange.
premature.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, I got
So
you.
if I let that ripen,
So it'll probably change color as it ripens.
probably, but I doubt it would get any denser because this had already gone for 63 days.
Yeah, unless there's some crazy
And-
sativa growth.
Right.
Wow.
Which can happen.
I guess
but-
it could be, but like I said,
That's
it's
a
tough to
curiosity.
take up room in the flower room.
Right.
You need a
Real
100-day
estate.
strain.
Yeah.
I
you
see
know.
sativa.
But
Yeah.
so it's hard to judge the smell because it doesn't really smell like anything
I-
because it's like super premature.
I
But
can smell
I
it.
mean, it's
I
one of
don't
those
care.
ones you go, this is what it could do. Like
right,
that one I got at the warehouse that's only this tall. It's like, all of them look like, most of the plants that you see in the video, I guarantee are plants that people will go, this is everything to me. This is it. I found the one.
Look at that.
yeah,
But that one, you want to roll this one up?
sure.
Okay.
You don't need to roll the whole thing, but if you
I
can
would
keep
not-
the rest. You can keep the rest if you want.
I'm not gonna roll.
I got, like I said,
No, I
this
would
is just
roll the whole thing if you asked me to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shy.
But yeah, it's fun to like see watching him grow, knowing what the parent looks like. Seeing some of them veg similar to the parent, but when flowering came along, most of them I was like, wow, these
That's
look
wild.
like such variant. It's like, oh my god! Like I said, I thought I might have mislabeled for a second, but it's impossible. I went back and looked and counted the seeds. I'm like, oh, these are definitely from that
That's wild.
back cross. Yeah, but
That's good to see, though.
yeah, it is. it's fun, you know, and now I'm curious to see how much success you've had using making F1s with a pollen like this, right? I've yet to do that. You know?
Honestly, I think it's a better, because you're taking the best of both. Because what I've seen so far is basically it's the flavor of both and the buds of both. You're gonna get, like, I've got deadhead looking ones, and I got ones that are kind of half and half, and I've got some that look like purple punch.
Okay.
You know, they're, because purple punch is the one that so stands out. You know what I'm saying? Like that one is
Well, growth wise or flavor?
growth wise too, because
I
it was
like
a
the flavor
very
of it too,
short.
though.
Yeah.
It had like a very indica bud, so very small, dense.
Okay.
You know, wouldn't get very big type bud. Where deadhead, you know, fingers out and has like OG bud.
Sure.
So you're getting both. You're getting some of the plants look like purple punch. They have the purple punch leaves. Some of them are the purple punch leaves, like the color, because the purple punch was purple too. So
Okay.
the purple comes through on some of them.
More so than the other.
Yeah, and the
Nice.
crystal on the purple punch was brighter. It was way more. There was way more crystal on the
Yeah.
purple punch, so
Yeah.
it looked brighter.
It looked wet.
Yeah, it had a shine to it.
Okay.
Because of the bud, all the buds. Like even on the leaf, you had a lot of like crystal right up in that area. It was one of those plants.
Yeah, like that. Right
no,
there.
even more than that.
When I be trimming, I
Like-
can see all of it.
Yeah, like
Nice.
this is good, but purple punch would be stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. Like it was, like, it's unbelievable the difference.
Dang.
And you can see it on some of the plants. Like the one that I've cut down so far, the one I'm calling Death by Punch,
Death
looks
by
like
Punch.
deadhead,
Nice.
and it has the deadhead look, but it doesn't really have. It has a purple smell and a little bit of crystal like it, but not anywhere close to the purple. Where other ones, like this one, looks like deadhead in bud structure, but it's super like you can see big fat. And I think that's what it is. The crystals are fatter.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah,
you know how
yeah.
sativas have a little more longer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why they have the different grades of hash bags, you know, for
Yeah.
different strains, right?
Yeah, they're fatter. They're way more like
Nice.
pronounced than
Wait a minute, what did you just now say? They have what?
different.
That's why when you have like hash bags, like a bubble bag or something like that,
Yeah.
they have the like different
Zip.
mesh size,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So your work bag is, I think, 220.
220.
Exactly. So that's got like
I use a
big
220, a 73, and
Yeah.
a 25.
size. There you go. So
Okay.
that's the standard. You know, 73 makes the best shit.
I
That's the
use a
stuff in the middle,
120 too.
obviously. But see, yeah, if you use a
Some
if
people
you
use
put a-
5 bags.
there you go.
I
That's
use
why.
4.
You know, indicas will catch in the you know, bigger size because they're crystal. Well, indicas, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, like
Yeah.
bigger crystal strains. Whereas the sativa ones will sink down lower. That's why some people put in like you know, somewhere in the 50s, 56, I think there is a bag.
Bad, yeah.
But so actually,
25 is my lowest bag.
see the thing about the 25 though, I just use a 45 as my bottom bag because, I mean,
It drains.
you know, it's usually
better,
shitty.
faster.
Exactly. It takes
Yeah.
so fucking long to
I
drain.
know
You're,
that.
you're like pulling
I
that thing
know,
out. And
I
like,
know.
just squeeze
Well,
that
I know,
shit.
I know.
Mine are the full bags too.
Well, do you collect your 25 and smoke it? It's usually just pretty
No.
garbage hash.
This right here, the 20. It goes. This is.
Those are all different grades?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a 75.
From your different bags.
And this-
Usually the darker ones are the lighter ones are usually the best, like that right there.
Like this is probably the 73, right?
That's the top one, yeah. And this is the lower bag.
You can tell a difference in color and taste.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, 'cause this is the. Yeah.
Oh, this is 25?
Huh? Yeah.
Dang, dude, that actually looks pretty good.
Yeah. 25, I get good.
Dude, I see. It could also depend on the strain. So,
Oh yeah, it does.
like,
It
a lot
does.
of the strains I run to 25 is just crap. Like, it's seriously just like silt in the bottom of there.
Oh,
You get a lot of
that's
plant
really-
matter.
Really, a lot of plant
I
matter.
didn't get a lot of plant matter.
Well, it depends.
Plant matter should be caught up in the fucking 220.
It should be, but sometimes it
Well,
can
yeah,
get through.
and if you work it too much,
Yeah.
it can start to break down.
But
Obviously.
yeah, this
But-
is I usually,
Damn, that's.
And the color ranges to me from like a brown to a
Dude.
green.
and that's the thing.
Yeah, the green is when it starts to get too much plant matter.
I bought it so that 3 years from now we'll have it. That's the idea. Is I want to start holding.
Oh.
Having myself
Me too.
a nice fine, because I don't smoke a lot of hash.
Dude.
So it'll be one of
Okay.
those things like, oh, it's Christmas time, people are over hanging out, let me bust out the fucking
Yep.
2021 hash.
Yep.
I like the sound of that, dude.
Bust out a little
Cool.
chunk
Yeah,
of
I'm
hash.
putting
'Cause
stuff
I
up
have,
too. I'm
I have
doing
Like
the
a
same
wine,
thing.
he's got his hash.
Right.
I have a piece of hash in here that's been in here since
Long,
I've known you.
as long as.
Not as long as I've known you. It was about 6 years now. It's been in the bottom of this. Actually, for 3 years, it was my actual thing for my. It was the quarter.
Oh, yeah.
I used it
okay.
like a quarter in my big grinder. It wouldn't work in this one, so instead of using it as a quarter, I put it on the bottom and just let it sit in the keef tray.
Oh,
But
nice.
the whole idea is,
Okay.
I told everyone, whoever was here from the beginning, and anyone along the way, like once they get drink rich,
Okay.
we're gonna go to Amsterdam and we're gonna bust this. We're gonna take this fucking rock of whatever the fuck it is with us, and we're all gonna go spend however long, like a week in Amsterdam, and we're all gonna
Nice.
celebrate by all buying ourselves a pipe. We're all gonna take a hit at one time, type thing with this little rock. It's not
I
much
like
there.
it.
It's a tiny little thing, but
That'd be sweet, dude.
It's gonna be
That'd be
potent.
sweet.
yeah, it's well. That's the thing. I want to see what happens if
Yeah.
it gets stronger. Because I
I
have
just-
some purple punch. That's
Wait, there's some proponents of aging hash, right? Like DJ Short. And what
there's
about
proponents of DJ
Frenchie
Short.
Canelli, probably?
Hold on, that motherfucker said to fucking age weed
Yes,
for 3
I know.
years.
I know, which I have my doubts about too.
I have
but
severe doubts about
yeah,
that.
I mean,
why?
'cause- well, I've tried and
Not
I've done it, and
hash,
it turns into fucking yellow garbage.
Weed.
Yeah, with the
But
buds.
how
the
did
buds.
you do it though?
Well, it kept
He
it
said-
in a canning jar. But
He
the
said to do
problem,
it in a bag, paper bag.
it has to be. You gotta
It'll
block
dry
the
it
light
all
out.
out.
You gotta block the light out.
Yeah,
You do.
paper bag in a fucking
Or
basement.
if it's in a bottle, it has to be one that's very dark.
Yeah, like one of those green bottles. Yeah, like blocks out the light. Like
Then
a-
you'll get the certain flavors, because he's the one that explained how the flavors come through is over time as it ages, different
Yeah.
terpenes evaporate at different levels of
Of-
moisture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why if you dry it out too quick, you could lose a lot of the terpenes, because you could just wipe them out in one night instead of.
You gotta let it age like cheese or wine. In
Oh
fact,
my God.
I'm gonna be experimenting. I'm gonna make a little cedar box
okay.
to put some in, different kind of woods. I'm gonna start drying it in different types of woods. You know, see if it picks up flavor from the
Yeah,
wood.
fucking-
Wait, flour or hash?
Hash.
Hash.
Oh,
Okay.
he's
yeah.
all about
I'm
hash.
all hash.
Nice. Okay. Dude, yeah. The thing about bud goes bad, but hash doesn't, right? If you make it into hash, it can preserve it longer too.
Yeah.
Same thing, you know.
And if you use all buds to make your hash,
Oh,
ooh,
and don't
Oh,
forget,
yeah.
the rest of the world smokes hash.
I know.
That's true.
I know.
That's true.
The idea of smoking flour is like crazy.
Oh.
But the thing
I
is, like,
enjoy smoking my flower.
I love flour.
Well, I do
I
too.
couldn't have it any other way.
I do too, but I like,
Yeah,
I
but
like both.
Hold on, I've smoked the weed in Sweden, and if you had to smoke that on a regular basis, you would choose hash,
Yeah.
Why is this?
because it doesn't get you high.
Yeah.
It's garbage. All the good stuff gets turned into hash, because hash is easier to transport. It's easier to hold on to. It doesn't go like
It doesn't fade as
It
well
doesn't
as
go
fast.
bad.
It doesn't go
Yeah.
bad.
Or it
It
doesn't
doesn't-
lose
it
its.
crump
In
off.
fact, for a while, it'll
Yep.
get better.
Sure, there you go. And it's easy, just take a couple
So
And
I guess then I would do it too then. if
And it's
that's-
easier for
Yeah,
people who
absolutely.
are in the country to actually have it compared to, because flour, because you can have a chunk of hash that's the size of this fucking bud right here,
Right.
and that'll last, if you're smoking on it,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
it'll last you 2 weeks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that much space, and the smell. That's another thing they gotta deal with, because it's illegal.
Yeah, hash just doesn't smell as much.
No,
especially,
it doesn't.
Probably, especially after it ages. You know,
Yeah,
you
and
have
in
to
some
break it
of the
open to-
countries, they'll fucking cut your hands off or kill you for it.
Well, we don't go to those countries.
No, we don't, but that's where hash is
Stay
huge.
stay away from places that are going to do that.
Yeah.
And you're
Those
right,
things.
but in those countries where it's traditional, if you're a citizen, they don't mess with you for smoking hash, as long as you don't do it in the middle of the city.
See,
I've
that-
looked at plenty of podcasts on this, and if you're up in the mountains, don't nobody give a shit.
I could see that. 'Cause, Actually, I went to Taiwan before, and they said that it's punishable by death if you get caught with marijuana. I'm like,
That's right.
whoa, shit, looks like I ain't gonna be smoking.
I was
for a
gonna go to the
while.
Philippines the same way in the
But,
Philippines.
dude, I got there, and I actually ended up knowing the guy out there, and he's like, oh, fuck. Smoke hash all the time, dude. We'll make a sim right now. And what they do there is they take a 2-liter, and they cut the bottom off, put the tinfoil on top, and they take a grocery bag, tape around the outside, and they push the bag in, and then they light it and they pull the bag out. It's like, you know,
It's
and
like
they're sucking that in.
Yeah, I
And
see.
then all the way out, and then you take the cap off and go, and it's just like, like take an entire giant bong, gravity bong, essentially hit worth a hash in like a half a second, and it's like, oh damn, dude, they don't fuck around out there, man. I'm like, oh
You
shit.
gotta get high quick.
Yeah. But dude, he said they don't give a fuck about that here, dude.
Well, they
They
do
have
in the,
real crime to deal with.
they
They're
do
not
in the
worried about it.
Philippines. In the Philippines, they.
That's true.
Yeah,
Well, Singapore,
They
fuck.
don't
I mean,
play.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like because we're gonna do a golf outing, not golf outing, but golf trip next year. Trying to do like December, January the year after, possibly
Wait, you're gonna go on a golf trip in December?
south.
Oh,
That's what I was
okay.
thinking. Golf
Either
trip, that means he's
Vegas-
going down.
Either
Okay.
Vegas, California, somewhere where it's warm enough to play,
Right.
and we can legally smoke weed. Like we're not going to Georgia. There's no
How
fucking.
about Texas? They smoke in Texas?
No.
Hell no.
Yeah, if you're rich.
You better get caught smoking in Texas.
If you're rich.
See
I
that?
think there's some
Yeah.
good weed in Dallas, Texas,
What
though.
about
Yeah.
Arizona?
I did.
We had a
Is it
dude
legal
from
in
Texas on.
Arizona?
I had a dude on here from Texas.
Oh, okay.
Remember Ricky Bobby?
Oh, yeah, right.
Houston.
Right.
Yeah, he said he'd get good weed too.
Oh, they got good
Yeah,
weed down
they-
there.
It's just the thing is yeah, you live there. It was the same here when it was illegal.
When you,
if you lived in the
because
area,
you know where to go and you
Right.
know what to do.
and you know how to
You
not
know,
get in
you
trouble.
know who's looking and who's
Yeah.
not looking.
Exactly.
When you live there.
Dude, I heard like Austin is probably like, if there's a place that's weed's gonna be legal in Texas, it's Austin.
It would probably be
It
Austin
ain't gonna be
first.
anywhere in Texas because the private prisons have too much power.
Yeah,
See, Texas-
sounds about right.
It's 50% of the population in prisons guaranteed some kind of weed. Started with a weed. I'll guarantee you, they
Texas
may
is
be in
all
there
fucked up,
because
man.
they had to survive or they did something stupid afterwards.
Mhm.
But I guarantee you, their record starts with a weed charge.
Yeah, if
Some
you
kind of
if,
bullshit
you know
weed
if you're a
charge.
drinker and you're not smoking weed and doing shrooms and shit, Texas is probably beautiful for you. But
Yeah.
if you're into
I don't
shrooms
know.
and weed and shit
Yeah,
like
that-
that,
I mean, Texas is a place where I feel like I wouldn't be welcome very much, you know, like
Yeah.
just disc golfing and you know.
Well, disc golf, they do have a big disc golf scene. Like
Well,
they do.
that's true.
Because like the dude that Ricky Bobby guy, I met him at
Mhm.
Worlds,
mm-hmm.
and he's a huge.
He was cool, man.
Him and this one dude won like the state championship or the U.S. doubles, amateur doubles, which was in Texas.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Because they have like Texas is pretty well, at least where he's at is pretty flat.
Most of Texas is flat.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been there.
I drove
I have no
across the
interest
whole
in,
state.
I have no interest in going. So
I drove across the
Yeah.
whole. It took
But it
forever
was-
to
you
drive.
drove across Texas?
It takes forever.
It's
I've
like
been-
its
I've-
entire country, right? It's like a
Yes,
fucking
and it's
giant.
boring as hell.
Yes.
I can imagine.
I did it. I've gone across.
Yeah.
Oh, not down, but
No.
across.
It's mostly just like
Dude.
plains, isn't it? Just
Yeah.
wide open land.
you know, Oklahoma, it's $1,000.
Oh, well, you mean to get a rec license to grow commercially? Yeah, dude, I know all about that, dude. Oklahoma's like pioneering
So is
the
Washington.
lower
Is
Midwest.
it Washington, right, or Oregon? The one you went to.
Okay. In Oregon? Maybe. I don't actually. I'm not so sure about.
I think it's
I know in
Washington.
Oklahoma it is.
I think it's
One
Washington.
of those two up there
It's
is
Washington.
$1,000 too.
It's
It's like
Washington.
they were the first ones to do the $1,000 it's $1,000. It doesn't matter the amount, and it's causing issues up there because people went there and started growing fucking outdoor shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that's well. I
Thinking
heard
they're
the
gonna
cartels are taking over like Southern Oregon's grow areas, and that's
Are
like
they?
a serious problem. Is fucking well, you know, when a cartel runs a grow, it's not exactly the way we do it.
Yeah, no, it's not.
They don't give a fuck about the environment. They'll kill people if they need to. It's just so fucked up, which sucks, dude. See, that's why the
Why
problem
is it? It's because the rest of the country isn't legalized. If the rest
Exactly.
of the country legalizes, then they have no foothold.
Well,
Because Mexico's already legalized.
wait.
yeah.
The entire country. of
Yeah.
Mexico?
Yes.
Mexico's legalized. That's why the cartels are
When did that
here.
happen?
A couple of years ago.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh
yeah.
shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, sweet.
yeah.
Okay.
Canada's legalized. So where do they go? They go to a legal state. that way they can push their shit illegally because
Well-
they're obviously not selling it in the state they're in
Right, they're
because
sending
the
it to New
market's
York.
flooded.
Yeah.
Or New York or Texas.
Whoever needs it.
Or
Yeah,
any
the
not
number,
illegal
any,
places,
yeah,
right.
any number of states.
Yeah, Arizona.
But
There's big populations all over the place.
the thing is, you know, if it was legal everywhere, like you said,
Mhm.
they would no longer be able to profit from it, and they'd probably just have to move
I
on to
think-
whatever fuck that
I mean,
shit.
they could profit. from it,
We're
they
only,
just
I think
have to
we're
do
only,
it in a
I think
proper
we're,
way.
we're only
They have to
11
not be a
states.
cartel.
We're only 11 states going nationwide.
And those 11 states.
Oh, yeah,
are not
majority
gonna
of
flip
states
anytime
have-
soon.
yeah.
Even if you say Trump gets reelected in 2024, right? In 2025, he decrees that this country cannabis is legal. Texas still ain't changing. I'm telling you. Texas will go down fight. They won't go down
Dude,
fighting.
it's
They'll just
such
be
an
like,
easy
no,
revenue source.
It's
Yeah.
not just Texas either.
Well, Texas has more power than the others. Those other states don't have the money to cut off.
So they
Like
don't.
Texas, in their own mind, thinks they can cut off from the country and be fine. Where Alabama and Mississippi and the other states
No.
where this would happen, they can't. They'd have to take it
That's true.
because
Yeah.
they can't.
They don't have no tax
They,
base.
well, yeah, they're fucking and they suck up most of fucking. Like,
They
they get a good
take more
portion.
from the federal government
yes,
than they give.
yes,
Right.
they give a good portion of the welfare goes to those 2
Mhm.
states.
Mississippi, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana,
Right.
that little
Alabama.
Yeah.
Alabama,
little-
seriously, a state
that little
I'll probably
4 or 5
never
states
step
right
foot in
there.
that fucking place.
Mm-mm.
West
Oh.
Virginia.
Especially
Same
if
thing.
it's not legal. Like, I love Sweden. I love going there, but I really don't want to go back until it's legal. Like, I
Yeah.
really did not enjoy. Like, the weed is so bad.
Oh, and I can. Oh,
I have
that
to.
would
It
really
takes me
fuck
2 or
up.
3 days, not to necessarily
Oh, I
lose
get
the
that.
buzz, but you get what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
2 or 3 days, to not only
That's
jet
depressing.
lag fixture, but then you add in my now I'm not smoking, but a joint a day
Oh God.
of weed that's not even
That good.
Decent.
that good. So it's like
Yeah.
it takes a day or two to cut it. And I don't mean in a sense like, oh, I'm like, ooh, life's not as cheer. It takes a second to get
Well,
off that
and it's
fucking
not.
kick.
It's not really a smoking community there, is it?
No, there's people that smoke there, but it's the same as here. It was. There's a ton of people that would have smoked if they could. They're smart, they're intelligent, and they're educated. So if the doctor goes, hey, you have a choice. You can either smoke this cannabis when you get home, take this cannabis oil, or you can take this heroin. They're gonna be like, well, give me the cannabis oil. They're not, but they can't right now because they still have the old people who look at it as if it's
Voodoo.
taboo. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't even allowed to talk about what I did when the old people asked. Like his mom, Paula's mom.
Yeah.
Like I was.
You were supposed to have another occupation.
Yeah. I work with plants. What kind of
Yeah.
plants?
At the greenhouse.
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
greenhouse. That's pretty much. I gave them
You
some
know.
bullshit. I mean, it sucks, but that's what they wanted me to do because they didn't
Yeah,
Well,
want me to
local
I see.
flowers, you
No.
know, whatever grows in that season, the mums, you know, the tulips.
It's a tough one, Steve. I feel your
Marijuana.
pain.
But
man.
that generation's gone. Or not gone, but out of
Good.
power. That's the difference between here and there too. Is their fucking people in power aren't 90 years old. They're fucking 50 and 60.
Yeah, because the majority of the people there are young.
I know. Not even that. They have actual choice. You know how many fucking. We were there during vote. You know how many fucking signs there were? I don't remember. There was too many to count.
Oh, wow.
There's like 12 fucking people they could choose from for one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that may be a little excessive, and it might not even have been for one thing, but there was definitely more than two
Yeah.
choices. It was
Yeah,
like
we only have 2 choices.
5 or 6 choices or something.
Well, we have more than 2 choices, but those 2 choices win all the time.
But once it gets legal over there, that's gonna be a market. Because once Europe goes,
We're not
Yeah.
far. We're not far from that in Europe. I don't think.
I don't think
Europe's
so.
go-
Because think about look at
There
the
might be a couple
Netherlands.
of holdout countries, but most of Europe is probably.
I think it's legal in Spain, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely in Portugal.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
Germany. Germany needs to flip, and England needs to flip.
Oh.
Once England and Germany flip, then the Netherlands can actually legalize.
What
it
about
and not have
France?
the fucking paradox.
Right.
What about France?
France doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that's
It's
probably
more about
That's a good question.
Germany
I
is
don't know.
way more. Germany has a bigger industrial market.
Well, they have a bigger influence.
Yeah,
in-
and so does England, even though they're not part of the euro or whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
However it works. So that one, I mean, it was.
It's all right. You know, like I said, it's still a little like I said, it's a little well, it's not quite dry as I like it yet.
Yeah,
but,
it's smooth though.
But yeah, it's, you know, and
I see how
it's
you
pretty
say
mild.
there's no gas in it.
I think it tastes, you know, similar to the parent.
Yeah.
It seems
And
to
it
have,
tastes like a
it
good
seems to
high.
have a decent buzz.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
I got a decent buzz.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you ain't smoked nothing.
Just
Dude, actually, I also have,
I love the color. It's beautiful color.
this is that same strain outdoor.
Oh,
So I
really?
got the full array here.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I know. You could tell though, like outdoor just,
Doesn't have the
it
color.
gets you, it probably gets you just as high, but you know, you have the
Presentation.
option, right? But this is that one I was
Look at
telling
it.
you.
You can see the difference.
Oh, it's obvious. obvious.
This one right here is that Panama
It's
Red.
not. It's not.
Panama red, huh?
Well,
What is that one you
supposedly
got?
that's that's the Cali Cantaloupe outdoor. But that, you know, I really like that one. That one, you know, as far get that September 15th is when I picked that bud.
Yeah.
I like the way it
It's
smells.
fully ripe, right? Yeah, guys, it's got a pretty unique smell to it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
smell.
Squeeze that.
When did you start covering them?
That's not no light up.
You didn't do any light up?
No. It's too much work, man. It's a
That's
fucking
what
pain in the
I
ass.
thought. I didn't
It's a
even
pain
do
in
it.
the ass.
I didn't even do it. I'm like, man, I'm
You
gonna
tell
do it this
difference
year.
in the
Nope,
smell.
I didn't.
Right.
Didn't do it.
Right.
Like, no, fuck
But
that.
that's more soft. This is a little
I
warm.
didn't do anything.
Yeah, you
that
can tell that
fucking
they're this.
All I
This
did
one
was
speaks to
spray it
you.
off
The other one you gotta
a
look
couple
for.
times. and
Right.
Watered it.
But
maybe.
I mean,
Do its
for
thing,
outdoor,
huh?
you know,
Yeah.
I thought it did pretty
Outdoors?
good. Yeah, those are both outdoor. Yeah.
Okay, those are nice.
Yeah. But yes, you know, that's the thing about outdoors. Like some strains, like I also grow this one indoor too, the Panama Red, and it's good, but like that shit meant for outdoor, you know, like.
Yeah, that's possible because
Mm,
there's
it
some
is.
out there that were actually bred to be grown outdoors.
Yes.
And you have to. That's the thing. I don't think anything I've. Well, actually, a couple of these Biggie's Cough crossed with Deadhead might have an outdoor, like have the girth or whatever, like the ability to do outdoors.
Sure.
But they're also too long, so
Well,
for this
Oh.
area, they would be good for outdoors down south.
dude,
Yeah.
this strain
East Texas or something
is
like
borderline autoflower, but you can clone it.
Oh.
So
What?
I've been cloning it, and it always looks like it's in a perpetual state of week one of flower, constantly just like. But the thing, this motherfucking thing started in February.
What?
Started in February, picked in September, was this tall. No joke. Fucking giant fat buds like that, just like falling over with buds, but tiny. It's the shortest plant I have. I actually have to boost it. I have to elevate it to get it up to the canopy of the rest of the plants. It's crazy. The smallest little dinky thing, but and which obviously isn't the real deal Panama Red, because that is a, you know, sativa landrace, which would be a giant bushy
Yeah.
thing. This is something else, but whatever this is,
It's
pretty good.
Yeah.
You
Whatever
know?
it is, it's good.
right?
Yeah, that's the whole.
And that's
be
the
able to
important
grow
part.
In every climate, like to have a season be able to
Yeah, that's the
grow
whole point.
outside.
Right.
You know, you're not gonna grow Panama Red here
No, not at all.
indoors. Not the real thing. You know what I
I'll
mean?
tell you, the Durban is just on the edge of being worth it to grow outside, because you know that's a mid-October pick.
Well, yeah, in Durban, that's a land race, right?
It is, but you know, so it's from southern Africa, where
Yeah.
it's a little further away from the equator, so that they do have some change in their seasons there. So
Right.
it actually does ripen in 9 weeks.
Wait a minute, they don't have 4 seasons there.
No, I mean, like they're not right on the equator where the sun is always 12 hours on.
Yeah,
12
right,
hours
right,
off,
right.
So they probably have fluctuation of like 17 hours.
Oh, I
So,
see what you're saying, right.
Maybe 16 hours of sunlight, but in that over thousands of years of evolving into that strain, it gets used to that type of climate.
Right.
Which that's a good question. I wonder how far off South Africa is from the equator
It's
relative to where we are. Because that's a good point. There really isn't too much landmass south of the equator.
It's not.
There's a lot more than you think.
But they're closer to the equator.
No, there's a lot more than you think. Because the
Probably.
equator is up at fucking Middle East area, and Africa is like you can fit America, Europe, and Australia and all that shit in Africa, and South America in Africa. It's that big.
Oh,
It's just when you see it on a globe, It doesn't. You don't see the
Yeah,
proportion because
okay.
of the way they don't proportion it properly. But Africa is
Africa's
like
big.
fucking.
It
So you
is.
see, like from South Africa to the equator is about that much. So if you go up from there, that puts you all the way up to like Germany and like almost Netherlands.
In line with that.
So
Yeah,
that
just
means we're,
saying.
we're probably equally as far away from the equator on the other side
As
is Southern Africa, right? Where Durban
Yeah,
originated
true.
in this area.
that's true, but we're talking about a completely different climate zone, though.
Oh,
I mean,
for
there's
sure.
nothing.
It's
Really-
definitely
Yeah, they
more.
don't-
Yeah,
winter.
it's not really
Tropical.
exactly.
Yeah.
They have 2 seasons.
Right.
Hot and hotter?
But
No, dry and wet.
Okay.
Yeah, dry and wet.
Dry, yeah, it's more of a.
raining and
They have a rainy
Yeah.
season and they have a dry season.
Yeah.
Man.
The temperature stays between 78 and 98 all the time.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, that's.
Sounds
I mean,
sticky.
I know. Dang.
High
In
humidity.
the winter, that's gonna sound nice, but
So that's gonna be. It's definitely sativa. Because that's another thing that's gonna happen when it legalizes is it's gonna open up actual land races being shipped. You'll be able to actually
See, that's what I'm waiting for.
grow
Well, that-
like okay.
yeah,
Well, I want to
totally.
grow a fucking like you were saying a Durban. Well, then I'm gonna go somewhere that's on the same exact plane.
Or have them grow it for
have
you.
it grow it
Have
in
them
its
grow
native-
it for
native
you.
habitat.
You can
Exactly.
order that
Yeah,
from
that's
that
exactly
area.
right.
I know, but
exactly right.
you're also going to be able to develop strains in
Sure.
your area that
Oh,
are going to be
exactly.
like the fucking Pineapple Express. It's
Sure.
copyrighted.
Right.
It
Okay.
has to be grown in the Emerald Circle. Like it has to be grown from a specific lot of land in the
I
Emerald
see.
Circle in order to be
And how did that come about?
tagged.
Because before the movie, there was no Pineapple Express.
Yeah, I bet you that trademark happened after
Strain.
the movie.
It
came out,
did.
right? Yeah.
It did.
There you go.
There was none before that.
Right. Oh,
I
man.
don't know about that.
Oh, I
Pineapple
do.
Express is pretty popular.
Google it.
All right.
Google it.
I can't Google it. My phone's over there. You Google it.
I already know.
What am I, okay, I'll take your
Oh
word
yeah,
for it, Rudy.
of course you do, Mr.
Yeah,
Rudy.
you know,
I'm just gonna Rudy it then.
I-
Here you go. We need a Rudy.
There you
Right.
go.
It's gonna start Rudying it every time I wonder.
Man.
Call Rudy.
Hell yeah.
Wow. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what happens. It's gonna be. God, could you imagine like growing weed on the side of a mountain in fucking like Colombia or something?
Oh,
or Costa Rica.
around the side of the mountain too.
Costa
Totally.
Rica.
Up,
Oh, my
up
God.
high on the mountain on the side, where it gets
Yeah.
all that sun.
Mixed in
And
with the
big
beans
ass
for the
beautiful
coffee.
plant.
Oh, yeah.
See,
Wow.
But
We
it's-
did that two
I
together.
like that idea.
most outdoor weed sucks. right?
Indeed. Yes.
So, if you're gonna grow outdoors, you're probably gonna grow for hash.
yeah,
I
that's
mean, 'cause
true.
in my mind, I'm like, if I'm living in Costa Rica, I'm probably gonna have to do 2 things. I'm gonna grow outdoors.
Costa Rica,
Yeah. What's wrong with Costa Rica?
nothing.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's one place where a lot of Americans are retiring to.
I know. Anyways, shh. Don't tell people that, because
They'll all retire there.
no. But you grow your outdoor. You experiment with your outdoor, and you're like looking for a great hash, or maybe even a fucking rosin,
Mhm.
because you get yourself a freeze dryer and you just freeze dry that shit right away and
Right.
turn it into rosin.
Yeah.
And then you still have to grow inside. Like you would still need to grow inside. Like I'd still have to have my so many plants indoors, whatever it takes for me to smoke, probably 1 plant a month
Okay. Yeah.
of my strain that I need to smoke, because I'm not, because unless there's a market down there that's I can get from.
Hmm.
I wonder what it's like down there.
Yeah. That's a good question.
It's a great place to retire to, and I've heard a lot of rumors.
Is that where you're
Right.
going?
Some guys I used to trim for, they're not in the business anymore. They used to go down there about 3 or 4 times a year. They
Okay.
rent a villa down there on the ocean front. They was talking about how nice it is down there,
I can
Hmm.
imagine.
how friendly
yeah.
the people are.
But the golf is awesome.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it is.
There's no disc golf, but we can make it.
Now, did you see that Paul Macbeth playing a course in Mexico or something like that?
Oh,
Yeah, that's the closest disc golf course in the area. Actually, no, Dominican Republic. There's a disc
think
golf
Brazil
couple
has
of
them, too.
baskets.
Oh, it's
Right.
getting that big.
Yeah, it's people know what's up.
Brazil.
Yeah.
I'm in no hurry to go there.
I hear that. I hear that, man.
Oh,
Well, you
boy.
don't want to go hang out with the beauties on the beach?
No, leave Brazil alone.
Yeah.
Right, for right now.
What's wrong with it? Oh, yeah.
You can get kidnapped, you
I know
can
what's
get
wrong with it.
pickpocketed, a whole bunch of stuff could happen to you.
Right.
Hey, I don't think they're going to kidnap you.
Even, no, you know what? Wrong.
For money,
Yeah, you never know.
If you're an American, they think all Americans are rich.
Yeah.
A lot of
There
them
you
do.
go.
Well, if you're in Costa
And you're down there and you're
Rica,
hanging out.
if you're in
True.
Brazil,
You see what I'm saying?
you probably
Exactly.
are.
So, you
That's a good
know,
point. Right.
you're a mark for scams if there are any scams around.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, I don't want to go to Brazil. If it's anywhere, because it's not legal there. You know the place to go? What's it fucking called?
Aruba?
No, the one on the bottom.
Oh, Argentina or Chile.
Belize.
It's on the bottom of South America. It's
Oh, Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Yeah, Uruguay.
Yeah, Uruguay. That's where
That's
you go.
right. Oh, dude. Yeah, they've been legal for a long time, right?
And they say down there it's very cheap to live.
Oh,
down
I'm sure.
there.
Right.
And they got democracy.
$500 or $600 a month. You can
Yeah.
have everything.
There you go.
Are you really part of the process if you can't understand what they're saying?
What?
I was thinking about democracy. I'm like, are you really part of the democracy if you can't ever understand what the fuck they're saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, because
Well, are a lot of English-speaking people down there?
like, everyone speaks English.
There.
No, I don't know. Probably not.
So you'd be surprised. Like,
Most of the world speaks English.
Yes.
But
there's a wave in like the early '80s to like teach all your kids English. in
Yeah, a lot of
every
these
country
countries
you
did
go to.
that because
You know what-
they wanted America to embrace them.
well, her
That's
grandkids' generation is gonna change to Mandarin.
Well, it doesn't make any difference. They got the translator now.
Oh, yeah,
so
no, they got-
doesn't make.
It'll be
That's
an
true.
era.
They've got a
Google
good
Translator.
one. They've got a good one.
Exactly.
I mean, it translates immediately. It's crazy.
that is pretty awesome.
It is awesome.
That's,
Really?
That's
Yeah,
part of
it's
the
immediate.
information age is that's one of the good parts of it, right? You know, that's awesome. That's
They say what they're gonna say
fantastic.
into it, and immediately it comes out on
Soon
your
enough,
end
it'll
in
be an
English.
earplug.
Amazing.
Huh?
Soon enough, it'll be an earplug.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
Transferring the language right
Yeah,
into
but that's
Yeah.
gonna be tough to sit.
Oh,
You just
That's
gotta
so
hit. You gotta
weird.
program on your phone.
Like,
Which
it's gonna
one am
have
I
to, like-
speaking to today?
well, you know, after a
Nationality are
while,
you?
after a while, you'll learn
Yeah,
the
which
language.
one?
Oh,
You
man.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
If you
hilarious.
use it enough, you're gonna learn the language after a while.
True.
Right, yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah, no one's gonna bother to learn any other language than their native one because, well, fuck, Google Translator for that.
Well, they say you should. It's like a very good exercise for the brain.
Well, exactly, right.
It's like one of the best exercises you can do for the brain is learn another language.
See, yes,
'Cause
some of
it
the
opens up
And it's
parts of your
difficult for
brain.
me. For some reason, it's difficult for me.
everyone.
It is.
it's difficult for everyone.
I've tried.
Everyone.
Languages are tough.
Unless you start young.
Exactly.
Yeah, or you live,
Exactly.
you're
It takes a
immersed in
long
it.
time. Or immersed. Even if you're immersed, it can still take a long time to really gather what. The
Totally.
words-
Language is a weird thing. you
It
think
is. It
about
really is. It's amazing. Like my grandma and grandpa have been here for like 40 years, and they speak, like fluent English. Actually, it's 60. Man, well, it's been more like 60 years now. I think about it. But they're from. They spoke Polish as their native language.
Yeah,
And when they're alone, they still speak Polish,
Polish.
even after all these years.
yeah.
Which is pretty amazing, right? To think that you talk to them, they speak fluent English, it's no problem, they understand it, and speak it well, but like they
can-
still think. That means you're thinking your thoughts are in Polish,
Polish.
Russian,
Oh, yeah,
right?
his thoughts
Isn't
are
that
in
weird to
Polish,
think?
It
Like,
is,
Yeah.
when you think about it.
Well,
Yeah.
Pella speaks 9 languages.
What?
Yeah. Well,
Get
not-
out of here.
Not, I don't think he speaks some of them fluently.
But he
can
knows
speak
9
them.
languages.
Yeah, he can speak.
Wow.
But he lived in Denmark.
But that's what I say. In Europe, that's that.
Yeah.
Most people in Europe speak at least 3 or 4 languages.
Yeah. Well, he speaks Arabic. That was the big one.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But again, he's got a
Yeah.
PhD.
Yeah, well.
You know what I'm saying? You feed your kids proper and you teach them shit.
Right.
They-
For sure.
you feed them what they. I mean, no offense, but what you guys feed them is just not food.
Well, you
You're
know,
not telling
Not
me.
food that like there's nothing in it.
it's got a lot to do
Like
with the
Brian-
genes too, buddy.
Because her brother does. That's what he does over there right now. Is he works in a school kitchen.
Oh, really?
And he works, at one of the schools. It's they all have private schools. Their whole system's privatized.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's paid for. You
Okay.
pay for it with your taxes still.
Sure.
It's
Exactly.
just you get to choose what school you go to, or you have to be accepted. I don't know if it's as like ours where you like whatever that fucking school is, Cranbrook. You went to Cranbrook, and that's a private school.
Oh, 8 Mile?
No, Cranbrook's
Cranbrook.
on.
No,
Woolworth.
you mean
Yeah,
I mean
yeah,
in the
yeah,
movie?
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah,
In the
yeah.
movie 8 Mile.
Yeah, you
Yes.
get the reference.
Right. Yes.
But he
Cranbrook.
that's where he works, is a Cranbrook.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, okay.
he
Shit, that's a private school.
and they make them like food. They make them real food like every day. They're making
like the cafeteria is legit.
legit, like
Okay.
a legit kitchen where she's
Firework.
giving them like it's fucking
Instant food, microwave food.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's all
well-
processed crap.
That's been going on for a while, like the
It's been going
processed
on
food
for-
thing at schools.
But
hasn't
it's
it?
one
I
of the
mean,
reasons our generation is the start of the decline. Like you
True.
see our generation, you start seeing a decline in education and all these different things. It's because they started feeding the regular folk at the regular schools processed shitty food.
Right.
Then you don't learn as well when you eat that. That's
Yeah.
why when you go to
Hot
Rochester
dogs
Adams,
and-
they don't feed their fucking kids pizza.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Yes,
No,
they do.
in the school, they still got options of shit that they can eat. It's not all super processed food.
Back in the day it was.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, when I mean, so I went there for 2 years. I went there from 2000 to 2001. I graduated in 2000. Wait, no, it was 99 in 2000? Yeah, it was 99 in 2000.
Hmm.
And oh fuck.
You
yeah,
just
I
missed
was gonna
Bruce.
Go with that. What's that?
You just missed Bruce. Bruce graduated in 04.
From Adams?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
So when I went there,
Adams
actually,
is the one I'm thinking of, like the real fancy one.
well, the fancy one is Stony Creek now. That's right at kind of by Stony Creek. There's
Yeah,
of course
yeah.
the roundabout. I don't know if you've ever driven by it.
Yeah,
but so
yeah, yeah.
It's like the brand new one, more on the east side of Rochester, and like
Yep.
servicing
It's
the
the one
more
that-
my
yeah.
area, like
Okay.
the boonies, like the up north boonies of Rochester, right?
Right.
So yeah, my senior year actually I went, but see now at the brand new school my senior year, and they had like a food court with like all kinds of crazy shit at it.
Yeah.
Like you could get Taco Bell or pizza or like they used to call it the 215, like it's the standard with like tots and like the changing item of the day
Yeah.
and like chocolate milk or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, dude,
I guess
it
Adams
used to
isn't
be
a
like-
good example, but I'm assuming the private schools like
the
Cranbrook.
private one,
Don't
exactly.
At
feed their
my
kids.
school, we serve 4 different stations.
Okay.
We got pizza station, we got the burger station, we got the Subway station, and we got the main meal.
Okay.
The main meal changes, pizza just
Yeah,
has different
changes.
variety. Sandwiches always stay the same, burgers, cheeseburgers, burgers, hot, spicy chicken,
Cheeseburger.
and,
Sure.
and
Okay.
then Subway's got roast beef, ham, turkey, salami.
I mean, that's
tuna, chicken.
honestly stuff I normally eat anyways, right? It's not like it's that like
Well, I mean, it's one of those things that stuff's not bad, but they're not eating it.
Well,
They're eating.
It's still
white bread.
it's still processed.
No, we
it's
have
meat.
processed.
no, we have no
The
white
meat-
bread. Everything we eat is wheat.
Yeah.
Everything is wheat.
But you can still have a processed wheat, right? You can still
Well,
have
wheat is
processed
processed.
Right? If you
yeah.
get a normal wheat bread,
Yeah,
unless it's
most
like
wheat breads still have. It's about what they add in it to
Our
preserve it.
tortillas are wheat. Our
Okay.
hamburger
That's the
buns
problem.
Are wheat. Our
Well-
sub buns are wheat. It's just no, our croissants aren't wheat. Croissants are normal.
Yeah,
Okay.
and someone I
Flatbread's normal.
read talked about it's also everyone has a point where you crash over. So everyone can have so much carbs and their body works fine. But at a certain point, when you get past that point, your body stops working in the way it's supposed to work. You don't produce the energy the way you're supposed to produce it. You don't take energy from the places you're supposed to take it. Your brain's not supposed to work off of this.
well, for
Don't-
sure.
That's not what I mean. But
No.
just in any.
I know exactly what you mean.
But it's not supposed to work off
Yes.
bread or fruit or any kind of food.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to work off your fat. The
Right.
fat of your body is what's supposed to fuel the brain and you're supposed to get to that point. That's how the body's supposed to work. Well, if these kids are never getting to the point where they're constantly feeding it that.
Well, they never give their digestive system a break, right, for more than
Well,
like
most of them
maybe
don't, but
8
it's
hours
also
or so.
it's the at a certain point the food they're eating also doesn't. You're eating
Yeah.
so much processed shit that your body can't understand where it's going.
Yeah, dude, that's one of those things where, eating healthy is tough. You need to do it, make a
We're not
conscious
taught
effort
how
to do it. Yeah,
There's a
you have to-
pyramid. They literally put up a pyramid, which is the wrong way to eat.
I know, it's funny if you think of the pyramid back in the
Yeah.
days, it's like, oh, you should have 6
Back
to
when you
12
were-
servings of breads and pastas and
Right,
stuff. I'm
when,
like,
when
oh,
you back
great,
in
I love that
yeah,
shit.
when you were in elementary school and stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, dude.
And they still feed them
They
bread.
show the perfect breakfast to be like 3 eggs, bacon,
Juice.
Yeah.
Just
And
heavy.
again,
I just don't think that is the
And
perfect
oatmeal.
breakfast.
3 eggs. Hold on. 3 eggs and bacon. If they're, for one, the eggs are from chickens that are actually eating the fucking grain off or eating grass
Right.
instead of eating fucking grain, then those 3 eggs are better for you than anything else you're gonna eat. The bacon too, as long as it's bacon that's not slapped up with a bunch of fucking sugar or other shit to preserve it. Cause you gotta watch that. You'll think you're getting regular bacon, and it's got fucking 15 things in there to preserve it, and
Yep.
sugar.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's like, why do you put sugar on my bacon? I just want bacon.
yeah, I know. Isn't that kind of odd?
So it's like,
Part
yeah,
of processing.
but they put sugar on everything, so that means that the kids are going past that point.
Sugar and salt is
On
the
the
way
first
they
meal.
process most things.
Yeah, because in the salts. And
They're
all.
preservatives to a certain degree.
Well,
True.
that's why we use.
It'll last longer.
That's why we fought wars
Yeah.
for salt and sugar, because not only did it make it taste good, but it preserved it.
Well, that's why England did what it did to a lot of those countries.
Yeah.
If they had spices, you better look out. Here comes England.
Yeah.
They want
Yeah.
them. Give them to them.
I
Bring
know.
them all. They're ours. Go away. They're mine.
Yeah. And that's the thing about
It's-
globalization.
it's a
Like, how do
crazy
we get to a
thing.
point where we can not want to take someone else's?
Like I said,
dude, that's the thing, Steve.
It's
human
very
nature,
simple.
dude.
It's,
I don't think it is.
no,
I think
it's that's why it's not simple, because nobody thinks it is simple.
that's true.
Right.
Okay, it's really easy to love each other.
Yeah.
It's really easy not to kill anybody. It really is. We make it
Yeah.
hard
Right.
as individuals with
That's
egos
true.
and all that kind of crap. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure.
But this, like I told you before, America could be paradise on earth if we'd all think alike.
Oh
Instead of-
boy, see,
instead
that's a
of
big
having-
if right there.
What do you mean think alike?
Think that crime is bad,
Like,
education is
crime?
good. No, listen to me. Really think it. Really feel it.
I think that everyone is born with that in them innately. It's just the situation that you end up in changes what you consider a crime and not.
And what is the situation?
Were you abused and beaten as a child? That means in your head, to abuse and beat your child is normal.
So you're talking about human feelings, human emotions, right? That's what we're talking about.
Right.
Whether you have control over those emotions or you don't. But if you're taught not to hate,
Well, education, yeah.
if you're taught from an early age not to hate anybody,
Yeah, I know.
it'd be a
It
different
does
world.
seem like it.
It's
seems
just-
like it'd be that simple.
It's just that simple.
It is,
Well,
right?
it
But
is.
It's just that simple.
It's
It is.
amazing how it's so
People
hard
just-
to actually, in practice, do something like
Well,
that.
it's
right?
not. It's you put everyone in my life. Not one of them hates. I can't imagine one person that comes in here would be on like. I can't think of one person because I know people in my that have been in my life that are of that ilk, and it's like, are they cut out? Yeah. Are they? Some of them are completely cut out. If they want to say hi, I'll say hi, but I'm not gonna. But other ones
Sure.
are gone. If they're too corrosive, they're
Yeah.
gone. But
Amen.
you know, you can. It starts with your circle.
But see,
And stop worrying about what.
oh
the
no,
other
it
circle-
starts with you,
Well, yes,
not
that's
just
true.
circle. It
Well,
starts
that's
with
true.
you.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, it is an individual thing that we have to
wise
go.
Rudy.
Everybody's got to go within themselves.
That's
'Cause
what
we
you should call
all
your
know-
show.
We, huh?
Old wise Rudy.
No, it's not gonna be called that. But I'm just saying, it's really simple, man.
It
It
is,
really
I
is.
get it.
Yeah.
We make
I
it
mean-
difficult,
Yeah.
and
We
maybe
make it difficult because resources were scarce.
no, we
And
make it
everyone
difficult.
still thinks that no, life is scarce.
It's difficult because it's a simulation. That's why it's
So we're
difficult.
playing hard.
It's all kinds of
Is
stories.
that what it is? We're playing hard, or are we playing like extra slaughter?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. All I know is there's somebody watching over us, and watching our way we deal with things. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. I don't know why, but it is.
Huh.
It definitely is. It's got to be. It's got to be.
Or it don't.
Because we're not in control of it.
Nobody's in control of anything.
Well, somebody is.
No.
Yes, buddy.
Why do you think somebody's in control of it?
Because it is. There's somebody watching us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I mean, when Trump got elected, I thought the same thing. I thought, this is I'm in a coma. I've thought that at times. I'm like, at some point, I'm gonna
What
wake
was
the
it,
fuck up,
2020
and it's gonna be
septic coma
1999,
Total.
and I'm still fucking a young homeless kid, and I'm just waking out of a coma, and like my dad and stepmom and everyone.
Well, just imagine what the next thing's going to be.
Sucks if you forget it all.
What's,
you probably
what's
do.
the next thing going to be?
What?
The next thing.
Well, I don't know. Probably
Well,
Tucker
if
Carlson.
we knew that, you know.
I bet you Tucker Carlson is the one that runs. Trump ain't living, man. There's no fucking way that dude makes it another 3 years.
Are you really?
I mean,
shit, dude. That guy will. I swear.
I don't know.
He's gonna live to be 100.
It feels like he is, which is insane because he literally drinks Diet Coke.
Well, I'll put it to you like this.
McDonald's.
I'll put it
But
to you,
his energy level.
but I'll put it to you like this. He should have been in jail.
Well, he's also on.
He
fucking
should have
speed.
been in jail.
Yeah,
He should have been in jail a long time ago.
He's
and-
never going to jail.
No, yeah, he is.
If he was gonna go to jail, he'd have gone to jail for fucking doing what he did to the people back in the 80s or 90s or 2000s. Like, he literally has fucked over everyone he's ever been in contact with, and he's got away with
And
everything.
what do I always say? The chickens always come home to
Yep,
roost.
and it's gonna be him
it's
dying
what-
on a toilet.
And they're gonna no. They're gonna come home to roost.
He's gonna be
roost together.
dying on a toilet, and somehow they're gonna get pictures of it out.
Well, you know
And
that's
gonna
a,
be
you know what?
That'll be the end of it.
That is a possibility. We could wake up one morning and say, "Well, he had a heart attack last night."
No, that's what's gonna happen.
It could happen. It could happen. That's one of the scenarios.
His heart's just gonna like explode. Luckily, hopefully they don't catch it.
But
like
that
they did with
doesn't end the situation. Hey,
Because Cheney's
if
got
he's
no
got
heart.
it, that's gonna make a martyr out of him.
Dying on
That
a
might
toilet.
be the worst thing you can have. Him dying.
No,
That's-
dude.
yeah, you might be
You
right.
know how
Ray.
amazing the world would be, right, if he died on his gold ass toilet.
The
and
first thing
someone
that's gonna
snuck in there and got a picture of him dead, sitting on his toilet, slumped over like that, dude. The world would be right. And they put it out.
Let me tell you something.
That
If
gold
that guy
ass
comes
toilet-
up, if that guy comes up dead, just imagine what the conspiracy people.
Oh,
They're gonna go.
That's
nuts.
the thing. You're gonna see him.
They're gonna go nuts.
There's still people out there now that think he's dead. There's people out there now that think that all the shit, like, he's dead. These rallies and all that stuff aren't real. They're just old rallies. They have enough fucking footage and enough crazy footage of people.
You keep showing him that he's alive,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
You know, and the people believe anything that they fucking say.
I think
so.
I think this year coming up is gonna be very interesting.
Hell, I agree. That,
It'll be
without a
very-
doubt, that statement is true. And no matter what happens, it's
every
going to
year
be
it'll
interesting.
Really interesting.
Every year is going to be interesting.
I know.
From
From
here
here
on
on out,
out.
and for the rest of time, every year will be interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good way to live.
Right? You know?
Yeah. Even if it's not here, it'll
Yeah.
still be interesting.
For sure.
Did you hear the new Dave Chappelle thing
What?
about his friend that committed suicide?
What friend?
You ever heard?
Oh, wait.
Check it out, dude.
In
Chappelle.
the closer, right? The last one he did in Detroit. He was in Detroit.
He talked about his trans
His-
friend.
His
Yeah.
friend who was
Yeah,
trans,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
who
Yeah, yeah.
opened up the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard it a couple days ago.
Yeah, I know. That doesn't.
Yeah.
I get what he said. I don't care anymore. The dude's didn't lose any fucking money. He didn't lose his voice. He can still talk all he wants.
Yeah,
And basically now he's just kind of stabbing it in their face, like, you can't shut me up. And it's like, dude, they're not that powerful. The trans community is such a fucking minority of a minority. Like a minority of a minority.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Yes, there's not many fucking trans people out there in the world.
Well, we're talking about trans sympathizers as well.
No,
Not just
No.
trans.
That's not what we're
No,
talking
we're talking
about.
about actual trans.
Are you
people.
talking about trolls? Because that's what that is.
No,
That's a
I'm talking-
fucking troll that doesn't know. You can't be. We're talking about the trans people who are the ones dealing with this grief. They got the rednecks giving them shit because supposedly they want to shut up Dave Chappelle. When the
For
reality
everybody
is it's some fucking straight white dude in wherever the fuck he is wanting to save the rights of somebody who's trying to make their fucking life. Give them, just stop passing stupid laws and don't, who gives a shit? Move on. That's I don't know what else to do. The fact he won't shut up about it.
I guess.
I wanted the whole special was good to an extent, but I've seen Chappelle live before this all happened, and it wasn't Chappelle. Like I laughed.
Who was it?
I laughed my fucking ass off the whole fucking time when I saw
Oh, I
him
see
live.
what you're saying.
But when I saw him in this, I was like,
Well, he
eh.
knew he was
He's
making
making
a
just-
Netflix
he
special.
yeah, he was just making
You
a
know,
point.
And he's making a point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, you made your point. So you proved that
Well,
cancel
he said-
culture isn't real, because if they were going to cancel anyone, it would be you. But they can't, because if you have a voice that's actually worth listening to, you can't cancel it. That's why
Yeah,
Trump is still here.
Somebody's gonna listen to it.
Yeah. If you get people that, like, again, I was thinking about this in my meditation the other day. Trump is literally the perfect heel. He knows how to play wrestling like nobody's business.
Oh yeah.
He
without
knows that every word he's saying isn't for his fans. It's for the people that hate him. Because
Yeah.
every time a
He's
person,
an expert at that.
Yeah.
He's
because
a
he
true professional.
because he
Honestly, one
got
of the
his
best of all
ass
time.
clothesline in the ring and spent that time with the wrestlers. It helped him focus his thing and understand that,
That's-
because
Well,
politics
that's
is literally
One of his
wrestling.
best friends is the guy that runs it.
Yeah, and
Vince
politics is what?
McMahon.
One
Mr.
second.
McMahon was one of his best friends.
Yeah.
What were the stupid sides? Stone Cold and The Rock. That's literally Democrats and fucking. You get two sides.
Shit, dude, if The Rock ran for president, he'd probably win.
He'd win.
You know.
Would he do anything? No.
No,
because
exactly.
He
He
can't
would
do
just be
anything.
some celebrity.
He's a president.
It was
President
just-
really
Well, what
doesn't
did
count.
Schwarzenegger do?
He's
What did
the
he do?
governor.
He's the
Yeah.
governor.
He was the governor.
Yeah, they don't do anything either. They're just the dude that signs the bill. I mean, they have some power when it comes to pandemics and things like that, but
Well, that's the flaw in our system then.
and even that power was given to the Republicans, and then they realized, oh shit, oh no.
So
you
we're
can't
not
do that.
vetting. We're
Now
not
the other
vetting
people are.
properly people that run for president. We're not.
We're not
them
vetting. No, it's a popularity. We're not vetting the Congress. It's literally a popularity contest between the elites.
Yep.
It's about who was the most popular in Harvard,
Who can-
but had no actual skill to make money.
Who can make the most?
So here,
who can
you
make
go
the most
make
money?
money by being famous in your constituents, which is all rich people, because we don't pay
Dude.
them. We don't give them fucking money. So what the fuck do they care about us?
Yeah, the corporations give them money.
That's why that law is going to get passed. We're going to lose our rights, caregiver rights.
You think that's actually going to pass?
Dude, the Republicans in the state are definitely going to pass it. They fucked us on the whole. There's a reason why it costs $25 million to fucking start a
It
commercial.
needs a
grow up.
super majority, and Whitmer has to sign it.
I mean, it may not pass till Whitmer's gone.
She's
I don't
gonna,
think that shit's going to pass, dude.
I
I think
think
people
it-
know
I
what
think
it's up.
she'll
I
veto
think-
I
that.
think it may
what's
not
up.
pass.
if it's veto,
What Whitmer
She'll
runs
be.
it.
She
No,
better
hold on.
veto that.
Hold
shit.
on. Whitmer runs next year, and I'm not saying it's going to pass now, but it's not going to go away. As soon as Whitmer loses, it's over.
Well,
Because she might win. No, she's
Nah, I
not.
was gonna say no.
Yeah, she's
she's
not gonna
probably
win.
not gonna get.
She did some
reelected.
shit for the women, like she got the
but wait a minute.
tax done and some other things done, I guess. But it doesn't matter, man.
They are
People,
gonna look and see how she was
They hate
last
her.
year.
dude.
Yeah.
And
But what difference does it make?
what
Everybody can grow 12 plants if they
No.
want to.
doesn't
well,
matter.
here's
What it would-
that's the shitty part is that if you just grow them for recreational purposes, you could grow 12 plants and have 2.5 ounces. But if you're doing it for a medical reason, you could have less than that. That's bullshit
yeah, well,
per person.
And what it does is it takes
ridiculous.
away the rights of the caregivers who are grown 72. You have
Yeah,
to actually-
exactly.
you
That's
have
the
to
bad thing
pay
about
in to
it.
get, but it supposedly gives you a way into the metric system, which is bullshit.
Yeah,
because
it's bullshit.
it
Dude,
costs too much
and-
to actually do that.
Exactly.
Under the
Who's
guise
got
of
that
safety,
money?
under the guise of safety, of course. I mean, that's what the name
Yeah,
of it is, the Cannabis
yeah.
Safety Act. It's like
says the dudes that
yeah.
have the fucking. I've literally Abby worked at 2 grow ops that had mildew like nobody's.
Yeah.
Dude, there
Yeah.
you go.
So and again, do I think mildew hurts people?
I
can
do.
if you smoke a big
I
chunk
do.
of it.
I'd rather smoke
Hold on.
weed without
I
mildew
do.
on it.
So would I.
So would I.
But
Yeah, right.
no, mildew is one of those things like mold.
Well,
And
it's
if
not-
you eat a piece of bread with mold on it, and if you're not
Yeah,
allergic
it's not
to
gonna
mold,
kill
it's
you.
not gonna hurt you.
No, it's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, but
But
I just,
is it
I'm
better to
allergic
have weed without it?
penicillin.
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
I am allergic
So-
to penicillin.
Then yeah, that would fuck you up.
Yeah, I know a lot of people allergic to penicillin,
Well, that's penicillin. This is
which is mold.
no, it's a
Which-
different mold.
Yeah, but
Because
That is-
powdery
yes.
mildew grows on live stuff. It actually makes a relationship with the plant and lives with the plant.
Right.
So it could be on the plant at all times and just never bud, I guess you would
Yes.
say. Which is
It
again,
lay
one of the
dormant.
tricky parts because you can
Dial
have
the
a
climate
healthy
in.
you can have a healthy looking plant and you won't have any mildew and it'll actually be growing really, really well like it's supposed to. But then you have one little thing go wrong or something like the temperature changes slightly and then it poof.
Yeah.
covered.
It's a crazy how fast that shit kicks
Yeah.
in too.
But it's also one of those things that's why it's hard to test because if it never flowers, it's not dangerous.
Yeah. It simply does nothing at
Yeah.
all. It's like
Well,
it's not even.
it works like the same it does with the roots. The plants have a symbiotic. It pulls shit out the air and shit that hits the leaf, and it feeds the plant. You know, it
Yeah.
uses its ways to turn
Absorb.
material into shit for the plant to eat.
Yeah.
And they have that relationship. But yeah, besides that, you'll never know it was there. Like
No.
I
Right.
guarantee it's on there, and there have to be some kind of mold on there. That's the thing. There's always going to be a mold or a bacteria on the leaf. That microsome right on the leaf is the same as the microsome on the root. There's always bacterial fungal growth in that area.
Of some kind. Well,
Yeah, of some
bacterial for sure.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
some kind.
But,
That's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
There's
always,
bacteria on every surface of everything everywhere.
well, I know, but
You
it's
know.
also in that same realm of the root where it's like there's a reason it's there. It's working, and the same reason it's on our fucking skin. There's a reason it's on our skin too. You know, it's protecting us from the other stuff that we run into every time we move our fucking hand.
Right.
Because
we
you're
don't
literally,
see.
if you could see it,
Oh, you dripping skin all day long.
yeah, and you're literally
The average person.
flowing through fucking mold
Yeah.
spores
Yeah.
every time
Spores
you swing.
everywhere.
It's like,
doesn't that sound like?
There's all kind of
Well,
energy
I mean,
between us.
exactly. Our
Yeah.
body, they probably have some type of symbiotic
We
relationship.
got all
with
kind
the
of
air.
we got all kind of stuff living on us.
you're
all
Absolutely.
kind of little microbes and
Your
shit
gut
living on
biome.
us.
That's why antibiotics could fuck
and
you
in
up.
us, you're a
Oh, yeah, I
bacteria
know.
tube.
Yeah.
You literally are a tube of bacteria. If you didn't have it, we wouldn't exist.
Right.
Same with plants. That's how crazy it is. Without the one thing that can kill you in an instant. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Mhm.
Did you know? Do you know how many people the swine flu kills? H1N1.
On an annual basis?
No. Like percent. Like say COVID's like 0.01%,
Okay.
which is what it's supposed to be. It's 0.01 or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
The flu.
Okay.
No, the flu is 0.01% of the people that get the flu die.
That
And it's 0.10 or
For-
0.1 for the COVID.
Okay.
It's 10 times worse than the flu.
Okay.
H1N1 is 50%.
Fatality rate?
Yes. 50% of
Jesus.
the people that get, that's why they fucking did what they did, but it's not contagious.
Well, it almost can't be because it kills off its host too quick.
Well, it kills off its host, and it's not contagious until you're actually sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference between
Oh,
COVID
I
and
see.
flu is the sickness. So
Mhm.
you could be spotted easier.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it kills, like H1N1 kills 50%. Dude, that could happen at any moment. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spanish flu still, like, I saw someone making fun of they're going to say the Spanish flu was from America. And it's like, well, because it was.
Yeah.
We're not out of the woods
Well,
yet. This thing
it came
could be
Central America.
This-
probably,
No,
right?
it came from a fucking pig farm in Kansas. The Spanish flu outbreak started in a pig farm in Kansas.
Is that so?
Yep,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yep. And they only call it the Spanish flu because Spain was the only fucking place talking about it.
Oh, wait,
All
wasn't
other-
it
all
after
other
World
meat-
War II? Or, I'm sorry, World War One.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
When
during
everyone
it-
was coming
It was
back
during
home.
World War One.
Yes.
It happened during it, and
They
it was
got
at the
sick
end.
while they were overseas, came back to Kansas,
And no one
spread
talked
it.
about
Okay.
it. So you could have like I
Having all
heard
these parades and stuff.
Yeah, and I heard this village, like this one person went into his village, and I think it was 50 people.
and
I
spread.
think like he said, 48 of them died.
Mm-hmm.
Like 48 out of 50 people died in a
Wow.
village. It was one of those.
Damn, that
flus.
deadly? Jesus.
Well, that's the Spanish flu's on this. Oh, not Spanish flu, but that
The swine flu.
swine flu was close to that.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
it is.
nuts, man.
You know, because you
That's
could get a
crazy.
population where like, okay, well, back then it's also the genetic pools in a small town like that were closer
Yeah.
too, if you think about it. Less
Right.
variation. So that's one of the big things, because they killed it's all about genetics. If you have the right code that doesn't produce the right thing, or it produces too much of the wrong thing, when you get attacked by this specific virus, in this specific, it's going to kill you. It's just how it works. It's not.
Man. See, I feel like nowadays though, COVID was a great like fire drill for a real deadly
It
disease.
was a horrible.
Like I
fire
said,
drill.
Well, I mean, everyone
It was
knows
a-
how to.
it's
fucking-
not
They
over.
don't-
It's not
that's the
over
thing.
yet, dude.
No,
It
you don't-
could mutate tomorrow into
That's-
something else.
yeah.
So it's not
true.
even about that. It's more about if it does, we're fucked. Because the sentiment, from what I'm hearing, is in places that aren't educated. I don't want to say aren't educated, because that's such a bad word to put it. But
We know what you mean.
in certain places, the people that were trying, like, did all that, like, she's gone. Whitmer's gone. So if there's something happens in 2 years, we get one that's worse, the dude that's in power is gonna basically do what they did in Florida. Because everyone thinks Florida was like a winning thing.
Just to let everybody go about their business.
Yeah, and let fucking 100 million people die. It wasn't. It was like 100,000 people. Or however many people. Like, it was a lot of people died. And again, I think a lot more died because I think Florida's very biased. Like, they don't have as much regulations, and they're very deregulated.
Okay.
It's a Republican-ran state, and that's how
It's been.
They
Republican
do
for
not
long.
like regulation.
They do not. So you're telling me that you got true COVID counts coming out that state?
Yeah, that's like,
No
information
fucking
coming
way.
out of China, pretty much.
Yeah, it's the same fucking thing. They're gonna tell you what they want you to hear.
Right.
So-
That's true.
And that's what's going to happen in any state where it flips. And if it's worse, it don't matter. It's just people are going to push in harder. No, you can't take that. They feel like, because of, like, I don't know, maybe Joe Rogan or
Dude,
the people, I don't know.
I
who
feel
the
like
fuck's-
Biden should come out and say, all right, everybody, don't get the vaccine.
He
You can't get it now. Everyone would be like, what? Oh,
No.
well, fuck you.
I'm going to
the
get it.
vaccine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Rudy has left the building.
If it was that simple,
All right, Rudy.
Good seeing you,
Good to
dude.
see you, dude.
I
Hell
wish
yeah.
it was that simple.
No, man.
Good seeing you too, young
I hope
lady.
there was, we could just fucking.
See you Sunday.
Right.
Yeah. Dose everyone with some fucking mushrooms.
Oh, yeah, that's what's happening?
Oh, we can do it in
That'd be
Detroit
nice.
now.
No, I just mean like dose everyone.
Oh, just in general?
Just in general.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, Detroit legalized it to a point.
Man.
Just like Ann Arbor.
Yeah, there, right. But, oh well.
Look at that, sleeping pups.